Is my review of chapter 82 of the Bleach manga. Everyone watches as Gin makes his entrance. Gin asks where the 13th captain is, and it's revealed that he's sick, and then Gin says, "Oh, again?" So we find out that the 13th captain of the Gote 13 is sick a lot. Kenpachi berates Gin for not being able to kill the Ryoka when he encountered them, and he pretends not to have known that they have survived. And then another captain critiques him, saying that they can sense whether or not someone has died, so obviously he's faking it. And then a smaller captain dislikes hearing older people argue. We are told that Kenpachi addresses the captain questioning Gin as Kurotsuchi, and Kurotsuchi accuses Gin of letting the Ryoka escape intentionally. Kenpachi threatens Kurotsuchi and says he was the one questioning Gin, and he'll kill him if he doesn't stop interrupting him. And then the older captain, who's in the middle, interrupts them, and he tells Kenpachi and Kurotsuchi to stop asking Gin. And then he says that he'll do it himself, and he asks Gin directly to explain himself. Yamamoto here is very, very different, I feel like, than he was in the anime. Here in the manga, he looks somewhat aloof, distant, and innocent. His eyes are very like old person. I don't know how to describe it. Just like not tired, but like just almost like a happy look to them. They look old in this. They're like rounded underneath, and usually that's like a look of happiness and stuff. And in the anime, I feel like he was always doing the like generic Bleach stare, where someone just looks unimpressed. But then, after saying that, he does open his eyes here, and he does look a bit more intimidating. But his face also looks really gout compared to the anime, I feel like, from what I remember of him. He just looks very different to me than what I'm used to Yamamoto looking like. But Yamamoto is my favorite character in the series. We get the chapter cover, and it's not really a cover, it's just Gin being questioned, and then we see the canon on the bottom. We get the title name in like the middle of these panels. Uryu, Chad, and Orihime finish eating. They talk a little bit. Orihime's not eating. She wants to wait for Ichigo. A massive wave of Reiatsu comes over everyone and begins destroying one of the arms. Orihime recognizes it as Ichigo's Reiatsu. Kukaku rushes to the room and sees everyone standing outside of it and asks Ganju what happens. And Ganju apologizes for teaching Ichigo how to use the sphere. And then Kukaku opens the door, and Ichigo's created a massive sphere. She tells him to solidify his energy. Ichigo looks shocked. And then he makes his perfect sphere, and Orihime congratulates him. And then Ichigo thanks her and gets distracted, and then the orb cracks, and then it explodes. And Kukaku beats Ichigo for not listening to her when she told him that if he gets distracted, it'll explode. We cut back to the Seirete, and Gin says he has no excuse. And he just says, you can punish me whatever way you like. And then Aizen tells Gin to wait. And he wants to say something to him, and then another alert goes out, and they say that an intruder has entered the Seirete. And then the little bottom thing is we see Karin is following the hollow. Don't know where that's going to go, but yeah. Obviously building up a lot of tension. I kind of wish we weren't doing these dual stories. You could really just dedicate a full chapter to one thing or the other thing, but oh well. It's got really good scenery. I love the meeting here of the captains. I don't think we ever see like a proper. Well, I don't know. I haven't seen all the Ironclaw stuff. I don't know if we ever seen another proper captain's meeting, but it is cool to see all of those characters interacting because you'll see some of them interact, but just them being able to sit around and talk and discuss things. You almost never see Kenpachi really discussing things diplomatically. in doing his duties as a captain. He's always just fighting people and stuff. So it's really cool to see that part of the series here. The orb thing is whatever. It's just getting there. I don't really care. The main draw of the series is obviously the captains in the Soul Society. And a big criticism that probably a video I'll make one day is that Bleach shouldn't have been a shonen. It should have just been an action series following the Soul Society, and you could have had a whole different thing going on. But that's not where we are, unfortunately. That's chapter 82. Just really tense and cool conversations between the characters.